Greetings gamers, I'm your Cyber Games mentor, reviewing various games that are available on your Android or other mobile device. We'll be looking at action games, strategy games, and everything in between, so sit back and relax and enjoy the review. Today we're playing on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. Now this tablet has a 12.4-inch Quad HD screen. The processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 with 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of storage. The battery is a 10,900 milliamp hour battery, and it was released in 2022. Greetings gamers, today we're looking at Marvel Future Revolution by Netmarble. It's rated T for teens. Marvel Future Revolution. So it's basically an action RPG, it's open world type game for iOS and Android. And it has a pretty good storyline, at least from a comic book standpoint. You know, it's based on that, Secret Wars story with multiple Earths and multiple realities colliding, and the Avengers must come and save the day. To save multiple universes in an attempt to stop convergence. This is pretty standard fare for comic book movies or comic books in general and comic book TV shows. Some world-ending event is happening and everyone must come together to save the day. And the power of friendship and punches are going to win. And, I don't have a problem with the storyline, honestly. It is what it is. But by the time you read this, I want to say this up front, by the time you listen to this review, this game will probably no longer be available to download and play because it's going end of life. That means just it's not available to download, it's not available to play anymore. Can't do that anymore. Basically, the game is failing. And, a question might be, is why so many people, download this game. It has 10 million downloads. Wouldn't that make the game continue to go on? And, I'd like to think so, but I guess it's not enough. I guess it's not enough to keep this type of game going. Or maybe those players aren't active and those are just downloads. Honestly, I don't have insight as to what the actual issue is, but that's what I imagine is the problem. And I can kind of see why people didn't continue to play this game. Generally, the game is good. Like, talking about the gameplay and navigating through the environment, attacking enemies and things like that, that's good stuff. It's solid. And they have varied storylines and side quests and raids and different things. Challenge battles, multiplayer mode where you play against other players or with other players. All of that's in here. And it's for my opinion, that's good. That's solid. It's really solid. But for me, there was no challenge in the gameplay. Ultimately, I think the issue with the game and why it's failing and why it's failed, basically, is it feels like a soulless experience. There's no character to the game that I can detect. It is just a corporate creation to make money based on popular characters. It has no charm. It has nothing that made me want to come back to it. That's my opinion. You may have loved it, but I didn't. it's not bad. It just doesn't have. It's missing a certain quality that I can't describe to you uh, adequately. But yeah, but that doesn't make it bad. Bad. It's not just It's not an awful game. It's just not. It's just. It's just poorly executed, or no, because the graphics are fine, the controls are fine, the storylines are fine, all that stuff is just fine. It's just lacking some charm to it. It seems like it's made by numbers. But as always, let's talk about these graphics. Now, all of your favorite characters are playable up front, like Black Widow, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Storm, and other characters were added over the years. Most recently, Wolverine was added. I liked Wolverine, so I thought that was pretty cool. In the yellow suit from the comics. The characters, as they were displayed on screen, match the counterparts from comic books, even from movies. They really did a good job with the character designs and the graphics depicting these characters. They are detailed. They look nice. They have all these attacks that really show off awesome special effects. They make the characters feel powerful and look cool, and it looks like you're playing in game, or you're playing your favorite comic book. It looks very fun. It looks very cool. I have really no complaints. The character you get in the prologue, in the first part of the game, during the Convergence event, you get to sample so many of the characters, and you really get a chance to choose one that works really well, and it's nice. It's just nice. I like these characters. I like the graphics. They looked great on my tablet screen. I'm playing on a Samsung Galaxy S8, a Tab S8 Plus, and it looked great. It looked really fantastic. I can give these graphics a solid 9 out of 10 with no hesitation. The graphics were that good. Now, I don't know if you know this about the Samsung tablets, but you can connect them to your TV using, a Type-C to HDMI cable. And I play sometimes that way. So I can sit back, on the couch or in bed and play my game on a bigger TV, and it's a great experience. In some games it works good for, some games it doesn't. This game is one of the games where it worked really nice, and I like that experience. The graphics are super nice. Super great. 9 out of 10 on graphics. Now, on sound, the music, the soundtrack, all of that, the voice acting is exactly what you would imagine from a very high budget. The soundtrack is amazing. I typically don't mention soundtrack, but it's that good. It is at home in any other Marvel type property. If you were to tell me that, well, they just pulled a soundtrack from a movie, I would have believed it. And it's wonderful. These orchestral music that they've crafted for this game, this action RPG for mobile devices, is literally stunning to my ears. It's literally amazing. The voice acted roles for these characters, voice acting for Black Widow, Captain America, Captain Marvel. They're not the same actors from the movies, of course, or maybe TV shows or anything like that. But it's a great voiceover job. It's nice. It's good. It's top notch. Once again, everything that's in this game in terms of story, in terms of graphics and in the detail on the characters and in the world. Now I found the world to be a little empty, but I'm not going to knock the game. I'm not going to knock the graphics based on that. The tightness of the controls, it was just a joy to use the touchscreen to control these characters, or you can use the controller, but it's just nice. It was good. I cannot stress enough the quality of what's here in this game. They made a top-notch game. It just feels, when you take everything put together, it's like, I don't like it. It's missing a quality that I can't explain. And it has nothing to do with the technical game itself. Technically, the graphics are great. Technically, the sound is good. Technically, the controls are good. Technically, even the story is pretty all right. Excuse me. But it just comes off as soulless, empty, vapid. And it just comes through. It's a well done cash grab, I think. And I can't tell you how they could fix that. It's, I really can't tell you how they can fix this, because so much of it is good. Maybe not maybe the lack of characters is bad, but most of this game is good. The cutscenes were so great. The main character's voice acting so good. Like I said, from a technical standpoint, I have no problem with giving this game an 8 out of 10. But it doesn't get that 9 out of 10 because it's soulless. Because it's just lacking a certain quality that I'm looking for in games. That charm, that reason to keep playing. I did not feel a reason to continue to play. I just did. But, and like I said, the game's, that's a moot point by now, because the game is shutting down. It's no longer going to be available. But that doesn't take away from, the game looks good, the game plays good, the game sounds good. It has a story that I think, is adequate for this genre. And if you can play it somewhere, give it a shot. Get the opportunity to play with some of the best heroes from the Marvel universe, or at least the most well known. And and they've added a few. Like I said, they added Wolverine most recently, Scarlet Witch and Magic. But but the game's shutting down, so it really doesn't matter. Why did I make a review on a game that's shutting down? Well, it was available. I had not played it before. I gave it a try. I gave it a shot. And for the most part, it's good. But, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. You probably can't download it now. But let me know. That being said, let me know about the action RPGs that you like to play in the comments down below. Thank you, gaming hobbyist and enthusiast, for watching this review. Please follow us on social media so you can see when we have reviews available. And also, if you'll be so kind as to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, the Cyber Games Mentor thanks you and appreciates you, and I hope you have a gamerific day.